Yeah, we'll move to the next slide. Okay, so the next one is site reliability engineering. So um, by any chance, like, can you any of you can tell, so just how the companies, how the organizations like us, like the consultancies or the business, ensure that the reliability without slowing down the innovation. So in the previous slide we talked about the speed and the reliability. So if you are speed enough, your system won't be reliable, right? So the question here is, you should be fast, but also you should be reliable. So how, so what is, do you think, like, what is there any way to balance both? Any answers is fine.
So nowadays companies are using basically their downtimes can be at of 2 points.
Mhm,
Either the deployments need to happen, or the second, there is a lot of load.
mhm,
So
mhm.
in such cases, when the deployments used to happen, people are companies are moving towards the blue green deployments. Companies are using canary deployments so
Mhm,
that they can check the reliability
mhm,
of the
mhm.
system, and then they can switch the environments.
Right.
And while the in case of loads, they are using multi-clustered environment, they are using auto scalings in place, and they are also making use of they are also simulating the scenarios like chaos engineering to make to understand the behavior when the downtime happens, and they try to then fix those problems in the lower environment itself.
Yes, I agree. Yeah. The blue, green, the canary deployment. Yes. So the main thing behind that is to make sure that the system is available all the time, so that the user will not experience any downtime. Yes, I agree with that. But apart from that, in terms of site reliability, I mean, in terms of site reliability engineering, what we do is to solve this reliability part and the speed dilemma. What we do is, like, I mean, companies like Google, so they have come up with this idea of site reliability engineering, which is a methodology that merges the software engineering principles with operational responsibility. So operations is separate, and the software engineering is separate. So they have come up with this SRE methodology, which merges both the things, like merges the software engineering principle and the operational reliability, operational responsibility, so that they can achieve both the reliability and the speed. So what happens is the SRE focuses on first thing, that is automating the reliability. So that's the reason we were all these weeks we were looking into the GitHub actions and GitHub, how do we use GitHub, and there are like several other ways of doing automation. But the first thing is, yes, automating the reliability through engineering techniques rather than manual operations. Yes, if you want to do automatic things, we must engineer those techniques. That's the first thing. The second thing is reducing toil. So this is one of the common word that you will hear until you are in SRE, that is reducing the toiling. So what does it mean? Reducing toiling is reducing the repetitive and manual tasks. So how are you going to do is by implementing scalable solutions. So that's the second thing. And thirdly, measuring the reliability. So when I say measuring the reliability, how will we achieve, or how will we get to that, is with service level indicators and service level objectives. That is the SLIs and the SLO. So we'll see about what is SLI and SLO later. But these are the ways where we can measure the reliability. Right? Okay. Now a quick question for you. In your current task, so have you ever do you ever think that, okay, you stuck doing some manual tasks that you think that you could be easily automated, or how do you think that impacts your work? So just want to understand, like, what kind of manual tasks that you're doing and how can you automate those tasks? Any examples is fine.
Like recently, like while running the JMeter test, we used to like
Hmm.
we were having some load generator machine, okay, like LG machines.
Okay.
So we used
Hmm.
to run the test from those machines. So recently, like
Hmm.
in our organization, we have migrated to all the this JMeter jobs. We have created Jenkins
Hmm.
pipeline, and
Hmm. Hmm.
so this really helps by creating the pipelines and running the test.
Okay. 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 So what kind of impact do you think that brought to you, like the way of doing things manually? So do you think that it took you a lot of time or it took a lot of effort?
Yeah, yeah. So first time, like when we need to migrate, so at a time it was, it was some effort, but once this process was completed, after that, anyone can do it, and even it's a very easy task because
Hmm,
all the
hmm,
jobs are created. So we just need to create, just 4 to 5 actions we need to do it, and
hmm,
boom, the test will be run, and even sometimes
hmm,
we can, integrate multiple things as well, like fetching the results as well, fetching the
hmm,
DB
hmm.
results. So all the things then that can be imported into this.
Right, right, yeah. So you're going to do the same thing for the SRE as well. So some of the real world examples, I would say, Google. So they are the people who originated the SRE to make services like Gmail and the Google search to remain highly available while they were deploying the frequent updates. So we all know Gmail initially was something like a kind of a box where there were no visual enrichment, right? If you see, if you remember previously, I personally remember, I know Google, the Gmail were like kind of a boxes. The icons were like very simple. There is no options for, just now I'm saying like, even if you want to send an email, if you give the prompt, automatically Gmail gives you the email. It's now. So things like that were actually keep on getting updated. But my question is, do we ever experience that downtime? Right? We have never seen the downtime, and even for the Google search, all the time we did Google search until otherwise the internet is not working. Except that every time Google search really works. It's all because Google have maintain their reliability without sacrificing their speed. So when I say speed, the way they send the deployment, or the way they send deploying frequent updates, right? So that is the level of SRE that they maintain. And coming back to Netflix, Netflix is another major organization who uses the SRE principle to maintain the seamless streaming while they are rolling out new features. Yes, they in the background they're rolling out a lot of new features, but still we have never seen any streaming that has gone down, right? And even Prime, the Amazon, we do have Sky, lots of OTTs are there, but Netflix is the one who is like primarily using. I mean, they are the primary users of the SRE. And then Uber, yeah. So they implement SRE to ensure that there are high uptime and there is scalability as millions of users were relying on real-time transportation. So these are some of the examples. So just think of SRE as an air traffic controller who is managing flights. So they have to balance the efficiency and also the safety of all the passengers who are traveling, so that everything runs smoothly, because they cannot compromise the safety for the efficiency, or they cannot compromise the efficiency for the safety, because if they compromise the efficiency for safety, then all the time the flights has to keep on flying, right? So it has to be balanced, and that balance will be brought through SRE. So overall, I would say SRE is not just about operations or development. It's about the engineering reliability into the systems by applying the software principles to operation challenges. So that's the reason. It's not just about the operations or development, but it's about the engineering reliability. That's why we call it as reliability engineering. So site reliability engineering is where we're going to apply the software principles for the operation challenges. Yes, we do face operational challenges. When I say operational challenges, we have to maintain the reliability and we have to maintain the speed. So to balance both of these, we have to apply the principles, and those principles comes from the engineering reliability, that is the SRE, right? You good? Shall we move to the next slide?
Yes.
Okay, thank you for the feedback. I'll move to the next slide. Okay, so the next one,